Welcome. Hi, I'm Kelly, and this is Maxwell. Maxwell, come here. You don't need to go anywhere. You're fine. I'll let you out if you want to go out. So this is Maxwell. Welcome. Yoga Fit. So today, let me get my stool, my ball to sit on. This is a cross-training class that I designed specifically. Okay, all right, hold on. You have to be patient. Patience. This is a cross-training class that I designed for mobility and stability. So set up your mat so that you can see your screen well, and let's get started. Your mat. You need to leave. Okay. I don't want to hold you hostage. All right, so come to your mat and lie down on your back and extend your legs out straight all the way. Reach your arms overhead and stretch. And we're just going to start off by lifting your legs off the floor. But I want you to bring your hands beside the hips. Draw your back into the floor and lift your right leg, and then just lower. And lift your left leg and lower. Just warming up the hip and feeling that stretch in your hamstring as you lift, alternating your legs. I'm checking to make sure that I'm live. Yep, there I am. Keep that going. So alternating the legs. Do that 4 more times. We're on. And now bend your knees. Bring your feet off the floor. So your legs 90 degrees, or knees 90 degrees. Tap your right foot to the floor and then lift that up. And tap your left foot to the floor and lift that up. Bring your awareness to your back. Press your back into the floor. And then bring your hands right onto your belly. So make sure that you're not moving the torso, just moving your legs, tapping or moving the hips. Just your legs, tap. And tap with your hands on your belly. Feel the muscles tighten or contract as you reach the toes to the floor. So that's your transverse abdominis muscles that you're noticing as you reach. And then if you want to, try to extend the toes out farther away. Do that 4 more times, right side and then left side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs into your chest. And we're going to roll to the side and just keep rolling, and then lift up to your seated position. Come all the way over to table position. There's your table. Your knees underneath your hips, your fingers spread apart. Press into your fingertips. You guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for participating, taking care of your body. it's not much time, and it'll mean so much just to nurture your body for an hour, or if you have 30 minutes, 30 minutes. So right here, extend your left arm out straight and reach your right leg out. So again, this class is about mobility and conditioning the body. So we'll combine the two. Set your hand down and your knee down. And now reach your right arm, just taking into account what you're feeling. Draw your shoulder in, extend that leg back, and keep the leg straight. And you want to square your hips. I say that a lot in class, squaring the hips or squaring the shoulders. Exhale your hand to the floor, knee to the floor, and then reach your right arm up and the right leg back. Excellent. Now set your hand down. Bring your right knee behind the left leg onto the other side. Set it down, and then just lean your hips back. Even if your knee lifts up off the mat, that's fine. Okay, set it down and extend that leg out. Now let's add something to that. Bring your leg to the side and just tap to the side. So my right leg is out, tapping to the side. Bring it back. Bring the knee across. Set it down on the other side and shift your hips back. Feel that stretch on the right hip. And do that again. So just the leg, bird dog, and leg to the side. You can tap out or keep the leg in space, hovering. Bring it back. Bring the knee up and over. Tap on the other side. Shift the hips. Do that again. Out. So creating mobility in the hip. And this from stretching the hip on that right side. Mobility in the knees. So that nice deep bend. So extend. Like side, bring it out, and then over. Then we're going to do it one more time. So extend out, bring it over, out to the rear, and then on the other side. All right, so now extend the leg straight, press the heel away, look over. Hello, what's going on over there? All right. So look at your leg straight, press the heel away from you. Good. Now keep pressing into your hands. Extend the left leg back, downward facing dog. So make sure you've got enough length and space for the back. If your downward facing dog is shortened, you'll feel it's just not so comfortable for your lower back. You need to have space for the lower back. Good. Now inhale, lift your right leg up. Step your right foot forward. We're going to stay low. Put your knee on the floor. Reach your arms behind, stretching the chest, and then all the way up. Bring the elbows out, elbows bent, and now bring them together and then open up. Do that 4 times. 4, 3. You want to come in? 2. I thought I heard it. And then 1. Good. All right. So now shift your hips back, flex your foot. Let's move, warming up your body. Look forward and then flex your foot. So keep your hands on the floor or your blocks if you have blocks. Put your foot down, look forward, shift the hips forward, stretching the front of your hip, and then flex. Do that again. Look forward and then flex. Good. So now put your hands on the floor and you're going to slide your right foot in, lift up your knee, and then bring your hip down to the mat. So this right foot is in front of your left leg. And just sit for a moment. Sit up. Just press into your hand. You are leaning over to the side, but getting that nice stretch in the left hip. All right, so now let's bring it back over. So place your right hand on the floor, lift up, come into downward facing dog. Set your knees on the floor. Reach your right arm, then the left leg. Bird dog. Good, now place your hand on the floor. Bring your left leg to the side. And you can touch down if you need to. Then lift up, bring it back. Bend your knee and bring the leg on the other side of the right leg. And shift your hips back. And you can lift that right knee off the mat. It's a nice hip stretch. Put your knee down. Lift the leg up straight behind you. Look between your thumbs, leg to the side. You can tap if you need to. Extend back straight. Bring the leg up and over to the other side, and then shift the hips back. Get that nice stretch in your knees, loosening up the knee joint, and then creating mobility. Then also in the hips and out to the side. We're going to do that 2 more times. Shift. Do it again. Out. And then to the side. Good. Rear. Make sure your hips are squared right there. Bring the leg over and then hips go back. Good. Now extend that leg back straight. Put your foot down on your mat, on your sticky mat. Press into the floor. Extend through that back leg, reaching the heel away from you. A runner's type lunge. And then look over to the side. Check out what the leg from the side. You're just stretching the body on the other side. That's why we're checking it out. Now look between your thumbs. You're going to press into your hands and lift up your hips, downward facing dog. Excellent. Left leg reaches to the sky. Then step your left foot forward. We're going to keep it low, knee to the mat. Look forward. Inhale, reach the arms behind, stretching your chest. Reach up. Then bring the elbows out to the sides bent, 90 degrees. Reach back, and then bring it together. So elbows come together, and then reach back. Elbows come apart. Spread the blades right here, stretching the upper back. Inhale, stretching your chest. Exhale, and then inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale your hands to the floor. Hamstring and hip flexors. There's your hamstring. Flex your foot. Lift your heart. Place your foot flat. Chest or hips forward. Press the hips forward. And then flex the foot in the front. Look forward, lift the heart. Put your foot flat. Shift your hips. Keep that movement. Let's do that 2 more times. Place your foot flat, look forward, and 1 more time. Shift the hips back. Great. Place your hands on the floor, downward facing dog. Push into the floor, lift your leg, hips up and back. And then you want to hollow the belly, draw or broaden through the shoulders. Move the shoulders away from your ears, so don't crowd the shoulders close to your ears. The trapezius is good at that, keeping your ears covered, right? So engage the lats here. That's important. The trapezius muscles tend to take over, so engage your lats, but you have to think about them. They don't just automatically engage. Now look forward and shift forward. You're in plank pose. Push into the floor. 5 breaths right here. So warming up the core, warming up, building some heat in the body, pressing into your fingertips, abs contracted. And there is a slight tilt of the pelvis right here. So you're not arching your spine, that your abs are contracted, supporting the lumbar spine. You can set your knees down if you need to, otherwise shift forward, lower down to the mat, chaturanga, all the way down, chin and chest first. Put the top of your feet on the floor, shoulders back, look forward, press into the hands, cobra pose. Do that 3 times. Lower, press into the hands, abs contracted, and look forward. Exhale, lower. And then pull your shoulders back, chin up, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, push into the mat, downward facing dog. Pedal your heels right and left. Reaching the heels towards the rear of the mat together, static. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. So flat back, lengthening the head forward. Exhale and fold. Everyone hold. Reach for your elbows. Together, breathe in and breathe out. So bend your knees so that your ribs touch the top of your thighs. Folding all the way over. You want to have the head, the top of the crown of the head facing the floor. So get that deep fold. Now bring the hands to the shins. Lengthen your head forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise. Reach up and stretch to the sky. Put your palms together. Let's do a side lean over to the right. So you'll press your hips away from you. Feel the side body stretch. Reach your arms beside your ears. Arms are straight. Inhale and reach. Look up and then look forward. Exhale. The other side. Feel the side body stretch. Reach those arms straight along the ears. Inhale and reach up. Now exhale, soften your knees as you fold over. So lengthen your chest down all the way over the thighs. Look down and look through the legs. Lengthen your head forward. Plant your hands. Come to downward facing dog. So step your legs back as far back as they'll go, as wide of a step as you can make, and do downward dog. Again, broaden through the upper back. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Start to look forward, and where you're looking, place your foot. Crescent pose. Reach the arms behind, press into the forward foot, reaching up, inhale. So stretching that front hip on the left side, hands to your heart. Twisting, revolved, crescent pose. So hinge your body forward, turn your shoulders, and put your elbow on the outside of your leg. Lengthen the back leg straight, abs in, press your palms together. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up, balancing. Then bring the arms to your sides, shift your weight forward, and now you're going to lift up on that right leg, balancing. Straighten the right leg. So here's a little conditioning. Bend the knees and bring the left knee in and tap the inside of the right knee. And then extend. Warrior 3. Do that again. Tap. And then extend. One more time. And extend. Now set the foot down. Crescent pose. Inhale and reach. Excellent job. Reach for your elbows. Framing the head with the arms. Shoulders relaxed. Away from the ears. Now we're just going to tip the elbows over to the side. Feel that left body side stretch. Good. Inhale and reach. Now we're going to reach or step forward, but grab your left knee. Lift it up. Breathe. Get your balance. Take a moment. Set your foot down if you need to. So hold that knee in. Shoulders back. Good. Right hand to the outside of your left knee. And you can also grab right here if you'd like. But I like to hold right there on the outside of my knee and just turn. Reach your left arm up and over. Feel that side body stretch, that hip stretch. Breathe. So you want to don't lift the left hip up. Keep it squared with the right hip. Then reach the right arm up and over. Follow the arm going forward. Lift up, set your leg down, or bring the leg back. Set your heel down, warrior 2. Arms straight, relax your shoulders. Press into your feet. You want to anchor with this back foot. So lift your arch, the back arch, engaging your leg adductor muscles. Turn your right palm up, reverse warrior. Arm up and over your ear. Then just straighten the forward leg. We're going to have some movement here. Triangle pose, reach the right arm forward, bring the hand down. Now you can use a block right here, higher, or a book, like that, right? But you're gonna move this right hand up the leg, so sweep the left arm up and over, and then as you reach back, bring the hand up, and then reach up and over, and then lift. So my hand is just gliding up and down the inside of my leg. Reach up and over, and then bring it up. So pressing into your feet. Again, you're anchoring through the back foot and lift. Strengthening the lumbar, the hips, the glutes. One more time. Excellent. Reach up and over. Place your hands on the floor. Move your block out of the way. Hands here. And now you're just going to slide your right foot into the center of the mat. And then you're going to tip the heels in and lower your hip down to the floor. And reach the right arm up. And just have your arm hang out on your leg for a moment. And you can flex this foot, the leg underneath you. Breathing in, and breathing out. Inhale, reach up and press your hand into the floor. Lift up the hips, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, inhale. Then as you exhale, bend the knee, bring the thigh in towards your belly, shift forward. Look at where you're going to place your foot forward. Separate your feet so you've got width for your balance. Lift all the way up, pull your shoulders back. Kind of tuck under the tailbone just slightly. Abs in, reach up. Inhale, hands to your heart. And then hinge forward, twist. So stretching the lower back with the revolved position. You want to draw that hip back and roll it under. Straighten the back leg. Then turn your gaze, turning your chin up. And then look forward. Inhale and reach. Bring your arms to your side. Here's where you're going to balance on the forward leg, your left leg here. Lift up and balance. Abs in, square your hips. In fact, hold your hips for a moment. And you can do that. Hold your hips as you bring your knee in and tap the right knee to the inside of the left knee. And then extend. So conditioning, strengthening the hips and the legs. Bring your knee in and touch the inside. Just a few times, meaning 3. One more. Touch. And then extend, straighten your leg. Now set your foot down, crescent pose. Inhale and reach up. Good, straighten the back leg. And again, reach the arms to your side and shift and lift the right knee up. Balance. Flex your foot. Set your foot down if you need to for balance. Set up everything. Shoulders back, chin neutral. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Reach the right arm up and over. And then turn your gaze if you want to. That's challenging. Maybe you can look back at the back hand. And then reach the right arm over. Look forward. Watch your hand go in front. Good. Now lift your knee or extend that right leg back. Set your heel down, warrior 2. Look forward. So you want to lift your waistline, relax the shoulders, and turn your left palm up. Knee over your ankle. You guys make sure this knee doesn't draw in. Press your feet into your sticky mat. Then reverse. Hand behind, arm over your ear, then straighten your forward leg. And then reach forward. Bring your hand down to your shin or a block. For this hamstring stretch triangle pose, reach up and over. And then as you reach back, slide your hand up. And then reach over and over. And then lift. And then reach. So the forward leg straight, but don't get attached to that perfect position of triangle pose. Reach. Just creating mobility and conditioning the body with the repetition. Good. Bend your knee. Bring your hand to the floor. Palms on the floor. Now you're going to go slide your left foot in to the center, go to the edge, or turn your heels in. And then bring your hip down to the floor. Flex your foot. This foot, just comfortable right here. Maybe. Flex your foot. Hips stretching on that right hip specifically. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Now unflip or turn back over facing the mat. Downward facing dog. Then bring your knees to the mat for table position again. So your hands are wrists underneath your shoulders and your back is flat. Your knees underneath your hips. Extend back the right leg straight. And then you're going to tap out to the side again. Tap. Strengthening your hip. Bring it back. And do that again. Take it to the side. And then bring it back. Do it again 2 more times. And to the side, back. 1 more time. Now tuck your left toes under. Lift your left knee up off the mat, 3-limb dog. Turn your right toes out and bend your knee. Push the floor away and rotate at the ankle joint. Both directions. Level your arms or parallel the arms and then extend the legs straight. Bring your right knee into your chest, looking between your thumbs, step your foot forward. Warrior 1. Move your block to, so you have access to the block or book. Set your left heel down on the floor so your back foot's at an angle. Reach your arms all the way up. Bend the forward knee, warrior 1. Press into this back foot. Remember this back leg, you're anchoring back there, right? Knee over your ankle in the front, square your shoulders, and with your hips are to the front of the mat. Inhale and reach your arms up. Put your palms together for just a couple of breaths, just 2. Put your fingers, point your fingers, cross your thumbs. Then reach the arms up straight, but then drop the shoulders down. Inhaling, keep pressing into the back foot, bend into the forward knee, warrior 1. Inhale, feel that left hip stretch, the flexors. Exhale. Now unclasp your hands, straighten your forward leg, bring your hands to your hips. So hold your hips, feel that they're even or squared. Step your left foot in just about a footprint, straightening the forward leg. Now hinge forward, going to revolved triangle. So stop right there in the middle, pull your right hip back, roll that hip under. Go ahead and reach down for your block or book. So right there, press your fingers into the floor if you can. Flat palm. Move the block away for more balance, right? Some more width, more of a base, you've got more balance. Closer in, harder, right? So then you got to concentrate more on balance. So don't attach to the pose specifically. We're just trying to create mobility and conditioning. So reach the right hand down and then open up to the side. Being very careful, mindful, and then bringing the arm down. So we're going to repeat that move a few times. So keep the block on the outside of the ankle, or the inside of the ankle. Reach up, inhale, and then exhale. Think about your right hip. You want to draw that back. Inhale, and then exhale. Just being aware of the stretch. The hip, the hamstring. 2 more of those movements with the arm and the shoulder. 1 more. Inhale up. And then exhale your hand to the floor. Coming to half moon, revolved half moon. Move your block forward. So it's kind of in the same lane as your left leg. Place your hand on the block. our book, lift your left leg so that your toes point to the floor, your hips are squared. Reach the right arm up and balance. Draw your shoulder back, abs in, soften into the pose. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Excellent work. Now set your hands down on the floor. And we're going to do the same thing again with the hip stretch. Slide your right foot in, go turn your heels in, and set your hip down. And just sit here for a moment. So move this foot out if you need to. This should be a comfortable stretch. We're kind of forcing mobility in this hip, in the side, the waist. Breathing. And now we're going to face the mat. So place your hand on the floor. Lift up, downward facing dog. Lift up your left leg. Turn your toes out. When you turn the toes out, that right elbow will tend to bend. I want you to straighten your arms, parallel the arms. Then bend your knee, opening up the thigh, the flexors on that left side. Then rotate your foot. And then rotate the other way. Extend the leg straight. Start to gaze forward and bring your leg in. Stab your foot where you're looking and set your heel down. Warrior one. When you come up into warrior one, knee over ankle, lift up your chest. You're facing forward, squaring the hips in that forward direction. The back foot, that back leg is your anchor. Right, so press into that foot, lift your arch, but then reorient your hips. You can use your hands right here, shoulders back, looking forward, inhale and reach. So clasp your fingers, point your pointer fingers, cross your thumbs the other way. Shoulders relax away from your ears. Bend that knee forward over your ankle. Inhaling, exhaling, breathe in and breathe out. Hands to the hips. Had to think for a moment. Now step in just about a footprint. Straighten your forward leg and then hinge forward at the hips. So you can hold the hips, feel that they're straight, so pull back that left side, but keep your knee over your ankle. Shift all the way down, grab your block on the inside of your foot. Out farther for more balance or closer in for more challenge. Place your hand and then start to reach the left arm up. So we'll move your arm, or we'll reach the arm up and then reach down. Reach up. So creating length. Awareness to the stretch, not necessarily the perfect revolved triangle pose. Do it again. One more time, reach. And then bring your arm down, hand down. Move the block forward, balancing now. So holding a pose static, right hand on block. Shift your weight over this left foot, knee over ankle. That's important, you guys. Lift your right leg, straighten the leg, toes pointing down. Relax the shoulders, look down, reach the left arm up, and then turn your gaze up. Straighten that left leg, straighten the right leg. Inhaling, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. And then bring your hand down. Beautiful job. Set your foot on the floor. Block away. Here we go. Slide your foot in. Turn your heels. Set your hip down. And just hang out right here. Stretching your hips. So lift your heart, lift your chest. Flex this left foot. Inhaling. Good. Now bring your hand over lift up your hips, downward facing dog. And set your knees on the floor. So conditioning, going back to conditioning on that left side. So extend your left leg back, lift it up, and then out to the side, and tap, and bring it out, and then lower. Push into the floor. Extend out to the side, tap or hold the leg in space, and then bring it back. Hips are squared, out, and then in. One more time. Good, set your knees down, or the knee down. Walk your hands forward, about a handprint. Separate your knees, and bring your big toes to touch, child's pose, for 3 breaths. Bring your chest between the legs. Press into the hands to get the glutes close to your heels. Have the glutes touch your heels if possible. So if you really press into the hands, you'll feel the length in the back. Stretching the shoulders, retract the shoulder blades down or broaden through the upper back. And you can kind of turn your triceps under. Breathing in and out. Now come up onto your hands, tuck your toes, lift your knees. So moving back through those poses again, we'll break it down to 1 breath per pose. Inhale, reach your right leg up. So just think about the stretching part, the conditioning part, not attaching to making a pose perfect. Good. Now look forward, bend your knee, step your right foot forward between your hands. Crescent pose. Inhale, reaching the arms up and back behind you. And bring your hands to your heart. Everybody smile. And then twist, elbow to the outside of your leg. Look to the side, straighten your back leg. Inhale, lift your chest, reach the arms. Now balancing on the right leg, lift up. And then bring your knee in and touch the other knee on the inside. And then bring it back. Set your foot down. Crescent pose. Again, inhale. Scoot the arms down. Lift up, grab your knee, balance right hand, and then reach the arm up and over behind. Feel that the chest, the hip, reach forward, bring the leg back, set your foot down, heel down, warrior 2. Reverse, straighten your forward leg. Reach forward, bring your hip back, and reach down. Triangle pose. Arm up and over very carefully. Descend the hand down to a block or the floor. Looking up. Excellent. Now bend your knee. Place your hands on the floor. And now you're just pushing this to the floor. Bring your foot to the center. Go to the edge. So not a side plank. We're going to lower your hip. Inhale and reach up. And place your hand on the floor. Lift your hips into downward facing dog. One more round on that right side, but coming to warrior 1. Right foot forward, right leg forward. Set your heel down. Reach your arms up, look forward, squaring the shoulders and hips to the front of the mat. Warrior 1, clasp your hands, pointer fingers together, look up, reach the arms along the ears. Draw that left side forward, the right side back, knee over ankle. Lift the back of the foot and the arch of the back foot. Grounding. Good. Now exhale. Straighten your forward leg. Step in just like a footprint. Use your block right here. Hinge forward. Hold your hips. So the hips stay squared. Bring your left hand down on a block. And then reach the right arm up. There's your revolved triangle pose. Exhale. And now revolved half moon. Hand on the block, left leg up, reach the right arm up. Inhaling. Exhaling. Hand to the floor. Left foot down, hands beside your foot. Now lift the right leg up, 3-limb dog. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Rotate your foot around. Let's add on. Reach your toes to the floor on the other side. And you can side plank this or open your body to the ceiling and reach the arm up and over for that half bridge, or half back bend. Exhale your right hand to the floor. Lift your right leg up. Let's go through a vinyasa before we go through to the other side. So vinyasa meaning plank, shift forward, lower down, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side. Left leg, inhale, or the other side. Now, bend your knee and bring that foot forward, crescent pose. So lightly stepping forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Then as you exhale, hinge forward and turn very, very smoothly and with thought and presence. Inhale and reach your arms to your side. Now lift your right leg up, warrior 3. Bend your knees and tap the inside of the right knee. Extend out, set your foot down, crescent pose. Inhale, reach. Bring that right knee forward, grab your knee, bring it up. Flex your foot, hand to the outside of your leg, reach around. Good. Just feel the side body stretch. That's what it's about. It's not being perfect or feeling like you can't keep your balance. It's all training. Bring your hand down, set your foot behind you, warrior 2. Press into your feet. Lift your waistline. Squeeze those legs in towards each other. Reverse. So reach the arm up and over the ear. That knee will try to dip in whenever you do that. So keep resisting that. And then sweep the hand over, straightening the forward leg. Hand comes down, triangle pose. To your block, if you have that, or book. Inhale, up and over your ear. Breathe. Straighten the side body. Good. And now bend your knee. Move your block. Warrior 2. Hands to the floor. Press into the floor. And step your right leg in just slightly. Coming into pyramid pose. So revolved, and then our revolved triangle. So from pyramid pose, which is folding over the forward leg, bring your block to the outside of your foot, or sorry, the inside. Hand on your block, revolve. Left arm up, pull the left hip back. Good. Now bring the hand down, move the block, step your right leg back, 3-limb dog. And then step your left foot forward again. Heel to the floor. Coming into warrior 1. Squaring the hips forward, shoulders forward, reaching your arms up. Inhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Excellent. Now straighten your forward leg, arms to your side. Step in halfway. We just added that on earlier. We'll do it again since we're here. Over, bring your hand down, and then turn. Look down, revolved half moon. Block forward, lift your leg, hand on the block. Toes pointing down on that right side. Square your hips, right? So if you straighten this left leg, don't hyperextend though. Reach the left arm up. Toes pointing down. Straighten that leg. Look up if you can. Then exhale. Hand to the floor. Hands to the floor. Then you're going to slide your foot in. Go to the edge of your feet. Put your hip down for a moment. Inhale. Then exhale, hands to the mat. Lift up, 3-limb dog. And again, turn your toes out and bend your knee. And then if you kind of shift forward, lift up onto the fingertips, set your left foot behind you. You can do side plank with that foot behind, or open up the chest to the ceiling. Keep pressing into your fingers. Exhale your hand to the floor. Left leg goes up high, then lower. Walk your feet to the middle of the mat. Turn your heels in. Bend your knees coming into yogi squat or malasana. Hands to your heart. Bring lift the hips, the pose of youth. Do this as often as you can. Your knees creating mobility, your hips creating that mobility, that deep bend position. Breathing in and breathing out. And just place your hands where they land, reaching forward. And then reach forward more. So stretch your arms, look through your arms, look down at the mat. Your shoulders are on either side of your knees. Now just slide the hands in about halfway. Lift your hips, round your back, so really, really contract your abs. Look forward, shift your gaze forward, press into your fingertips, and just try to lift your right foot up and set it down, and then your left foot and set it down. Maybe you want to do that again. Otherwise, shift your weight forward and lift your feet up, crow pose. And then set your feet down. Beautiful job. And then reach forward, sit behind your heels, extend your legs out, reach. Everyone widen, wide angle seated fold. So don't overstretch this, but to a comfortable place. Don't come to an edge of any kind, just to the point of feeling the stretch in your inner thighs. Look forward and walk your hands forward. Inhale, heart lifted, flat back. Bring it in more. If you can bring your chest to the mat, excellent. Do I have a Maxwell? Come here, Maxwell. Put your forearms down, hands on the mat. The door was open for you. He had to check out what we were doing. Good. Now bring your hands in, hands behind your hips, and just lean back. Put your feet one on one edge of the mat, one on the other edge of the mat. Broaden through the chest. Tip your knees side to side. What are you doing, Maxwell? Okay, so now round your back, grab your hamstrings and roll back supine on your back. Sweep your arms overhead, reaching. Bring your heels closer to your glutes. Point your knees up, the back of your head flat on the floor. Now as you sweep the arms over, like you're scanning the body, or the body's being scanned, lift your hips, and then lower. So here, movement with bridge pose, creating mobility in the front of your body, the hips, the flexors, the thighs, and then conditioning the back body, the glutes and hamstrings and shoulders. So lift straight up, don't push into your shoulders. There's a difference. Lift the hips straight up by pressing into the heels. Don't push into the shoulders. Do that 2 more times. 1 more time. Good. Now looking straight up, bring your hands to your belly for a moment and close your eyes. Keeping your eyes closed, Lift your feet off the floor. Reach the hands behind the hamstrings. And then feet facing the ceiling. Reach for the outside of your legs and pull your knees in towards your shoulders. Then bring your arms on the inside of your legs. Grab your shins and your ankles, or your ankles. And then maybe you can grab the outside edges of your feet. Pull the shoulders down to the outside of the shoulders. Pull the knees out to the outside of the shoulders. Say that right. Happy baby. So this is the pose of youth. Yogi squat. We're just on our back. So pull those knees in as far as you can. Feel the lumbar spine lengthen and relax. Now let your feet go. Place your right ankle on your left knee. And then use your right hand and press this knee away. Flex your feet. Reach your hand through and grab around your hamstring. Pull the leg in. Here's your supine pigeon pose. If you want to take this further and stretch the flexors on that left side, what you'll do is grab the right foot and hold that, right? So this leg is parallel to the chest, perpendicular to the other leg. Then extend the left leg out straight and reach the right arm around the right outside of the knee. Then lift your shoulders up, grab the foot around at the crease of the elbow, clasp your fingers, and then try to lower your shoulders or the head to the floor. Notice what happens on that left side, also your hip on the right side. So just 3 breaths right here. So keep your chin neutral. So you have to, if your chin is lifting up, then I want you to lift your head and just hold in space. If you can keep your chin neutral, set your head down. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale it out. Now inhale and lift. And let's change sides. So left ankle on right knee. Settle your lower back first. Flex your feet. Use your left hand and press this knee away. Reach around and grab the hamstring. Pull the leg in. So important to hold a stretch for long enough that the muscle relaxes. First thing that happens when you move into a stretch is the body tenses up as a protective mechanism. Holding the stretch long enough for the muscle to relax allows the spindle fibers to lengthen and become supple. And then if you want to take this further, allowing that right flexor to stretch and then the hip, a deeper hip stretch on the left. Lift your head, arm around, and then hands here, and then you'll lower, if you can, get your chin neutral, 3 breaths. And then you'll release, place your feet on the floor, tip your knees to the left, and then tip the knees to the right. And then let the knees drop over to the left and place your left ankle up on the outside of the right knee. Turn your gaze to the right. Arms are out like a T. Pull your back towards the floor. Close your eyes. Start to look up, back of the head on the floor, and then tip the knees over to the other side. Place your ankle up on the outside of your knee. Pull your back towards the mat. Turn your gaze to the left. Arms are out like a T. Close your eyes. And then look up, put the top back of your head on the floor, and separate your feet. Extend your right leg out, heel towards the right corner, left leg out, heel towards the other corner, and just take 1 minute of Shavasana. Lift your shoulders and set them down evenly, your hips, your lower back, relaxing your shoulders, the back of your head on the mat comfortably. Unclench your teeth, let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. And just be for a moment. Find presence with your breath. Breathing in a really deep breath of air. Holding your breath at the top. Another sip of air. And then fully exhaling that out all the way. Do that again. Inhale through the nose. Full breath of air. Holding at the top. And then exhale fully. One more time. Inhaling. Hold your breath at the top. Fully exhale. Bend your knees. Tip the knees over to the side and start to roll and keep rolling and push up off of the floor. And come to a seated position. Bring your hands together. Close your eyes just for a moment. Sitting up tall. Bring the edge of your hands to the mind's eye, the third eye. And thanks and in gratitude. Then bring the edge of your hands to your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. I bow my practice to yours. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this program. Please leave me your comments and show me you were here. Even if you're watching this recording, I appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great one. Bye.